I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm here with another update on the new $7,000 relief payment being sent out tonight to millions of Americans. We now have more details about when these go out, who gets it, and what you need to do to make sure you do and miss out on this big payment. It's even bigger than the stimulus checks that many people received last year, so we want to make sure you get it. We've already talked about who can get this money, and it is based on your income. But there are new income limits and some hidden eligibility criteria. For example, those receiving SSI benefits will get extra money too. And there are a few other little known rules that not everyone knows about. There are over 60 million eligible Americans, but a lot of people woe and get this money because they do not know the rules or they are unprepared. According to recent reports, the IRS will begin sending out these payments today. That means you need to be ready and watch for your mail or check your online account for the information you need to take action. The IRS plans to send out these payments much faster than the last round. In fact, the first round of payments went out for about 2 weeks, while this round is expected to be done in just a few days. This is great news. But it also means if you need to verify your direct deposit information, you'll have less time to do it. You'll have 24 hours to complete the process once you get your notice. Now, the good thing is that switching from a check to direct deposit is pretty quick, especially if you call the IRS. But you'll need to have your bank account information ready. If you don't have a bank account, don't worry. You will still get your money. They'll just use a different method to deliver it. Those getting paper checks might get them in a few weeks, and those using the Economic Impact Payment Card will get it in about 5 days. The biggest thing to remember is that you need to verify your information as soon as you can. If you wait, they may send your payment using the slower methods. And according to the IRS, you can call them at this number provided to set up direct deposit. But keep in mind, this is a really busy line, so you might try a few times before getting through. You can also visit the IRS website to manage your direct deposit. If you live with someone who needs help, such as an elderly person or someone with a disability, you may need to contact the agency that is managing their benefits to make sure they get this money. For example, if you're helping someone with a disability who receives SSI benefits, that person is likely eligible for this payment. The Social Security Administration will send this payment along with their regular SSI payment next month. But if that person isn't able to manage their own finances, you will need to either enroll them in a representative PE program or make sure you're relisted as their trusted contact. Then you can call the number provided to make sure they get this payment. If you're worried you won't receive this payment because of your income, rest assured that most people on Social Security will qualify. The payment begins to phase out when your income is above 125% of the poverty line. And if you're single, that amount is around $18,000 per year. Remember that there are states that are giving bonus payments as well. So don't assume you won't qualify until you know all the details. I've included a list of states and their requirements below. But don't wait to find out. You need to take action now. For instance, if you're unable to manage your own financial affairs due to a disability, you should contact the Social Security Administration right away to see how you can get this payment. You can call the number provided. For those living abroad, you need to pay attention to this. If you receive Social Security benefits and live outside of the United States, U.S. territories, or the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, you will not get this payment automatically. Instead, you'll need to claim it when you file your 2023 tax return. The IRS plans to send a letter with instructions on how to do this before April. You'll need to file Form 1040 and schedule, say, self-employment, and possibly Form 1099-R. There are some cases where people will get their payment early. For example, anyone who receives Medicaid may get this money sooner. That's because states are allowed to use these funds to help cover medical expenses for low-income individuals. And in some cases, families with dependents could get extra money. This includes children under 19 and other relatives who live with you and receive support. However, you woe and get this money if you are claimed as a dependent on someone else's tax return. Also, the IRS announced hardship cases will get this money early. Those experiencing homelessness or domestic abuse may be able to get their payment up to 60 days early. Eligible people should visit IRS.gov/individuals/economic-impact-payments to get more information. If you need to verify your direct deposit information or make changes, you'll need to act quickly. Unlike the last round of payments, which took several months to complete, the IRS plans to finish sending these payments in just a few days. That means if you need to make a change, you'll need to hurry up. Now, one thing that has a lot of people concerned is whether or not they need to pay taxes on this money. The answer is maybe. It depends on your situation. This payment is considered a taxable payment in most cases, meaning it will be counted as part of your income. However, low-income earners who don't usually owe taxes may not have to pay anything. Still, it's important to be prepared as taxes will likely be taken out of your next payment. Some couples on Social Security may need to watch out for something. If one spouse passes away, the surviving spouse may need to watch out for a special rule. If the deceased spouse passed away after December of 2022, their payment may stop as soon as this month. However, the surviving spouse may be able to get their own payment. The best thing to do is to look over your loved one's paperwork to see what options are available. Also, couples who both receive Social Security benefits may need to watch out for some unique rules as well. I've included a link to the rules below. It's critical to take action now and be prepared. Watch your mail for a letter with instructions on how to get your payment. If you need to verify your direct deposit information, you'll have just 24 hours to do it once you get your notice. Act fast to avoid any problems. While some people won't get this payment because of their income, most Social Security recipients will qualify. It's a big help for those struggling to pay their bills. Most of the money should arrive in people's bank accounts within a few days. To get all the facts and stay informed, make sure to follow for more updates. I'll post the latest info and do my best to help you get this money. Also, let me know if you'd like me to create a printable checklist of the main points I covered today. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.